Okay, class, on this next page we're going to do some substitution. We are going to substitute in negative 15 for x. So we come here to a. Now with a here we have x to the second power. So we're going to substitute in negative 15 for x. And as I told you all before, whenever we substitute, we always put the value in parentheses. So we will put negative 15 in parentheses, and that's squared. Now we know negative 15 to the second power is parenthesis negative 15 times parenthesis negative 15, which will give us positive 225. Now we look here at b. We have negative x squared. So again, we will substitute in negative 15 for x. We'll bring down this negative sign first, and then we will put in negative 15 for x, and that will be squared. Now, we need to do this here. We know parenthesis negative 15 squared is the same exact thing we have here. Parenthesis negative 15 squared gave us 225, but we have this negative here which we must bring down. So we bring down the negative sign, and we will have 225. Now we go down here to problem number 2. This time we're going to have 5y squared, and we will substitute in 4 for y. So we have 5 times, we'll put the 4 in parentheses, squared. So we will have 5 times 4 to the second power. So we have 5, parenthesis 4 to the second power will give us 16. And 5 times 16 is 80. Now we look here at b. We do the same process. We put in negative 4 for y. So we will have our 5 times negative 4 squared. Negative 4 in parentheses squared is positive 16. So we will have 5 times 16. And as we can see, 5 times 16 is 80. Now we go down to number 3. Here we put in negative 6 for x. So we will have in parentheses negative 6 parentheses squared, and we will have negative 3 for y. So we'll put the negative 3 in a parenthesis. Negative 6 parentheses squared is 36 plus a negative 3. 36 plus negative 3 is a positive 33. Now we go to our final page. We have the definition for average. So, the definition for average is the sum of numbers it look like this pen is not cooperating, but it's the sum of numbers divided by the number of numbers. Let me extend this division bar, this fraction bar. It's the sum of numbers divided by the number of numbers. I still have to get used to writing with this tablet pen. Now, we need to go down here to this example. It says here, the graph shows the monthly normal temperature of Barrow, Alaska. Use this graph to find the average of the temperatures for months October through April. So what we have here, we want to find the average. So we have the average is equal to, now as stated earlier, we have here the formula for average. Average is the sum of the numbers divided by the number of numbers. Now the easiest thing typically to find out is the number of numbers. We're going October to April. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. So we will have 7 numbers. Now the numbers we need to add, we will have 15 plus November is -1 plus December is -11 plus, extend this line here, we have, what's that? We went from October, November, December, now January. We have -14. We have February, which is -16. We have March, which is -14. And we have April, which is a -1. Now the -1 may not show, but you could put plus, and then this would be -1. It's a little off of the screen, but you all can add that in. That's plus a -1. Okay, now when we add all of these numbers up, even up to the plus -1, that will give us a -42 over 7. -42 divided by 7 will give us -6. And that will be -6 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, so this is the average temperature of Barrow, Alaska from October to April. So we also need to write that in. Now, for the sake of time, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to type that in. It'll make it a lot neater. I guess I'll create a text box. Going to insert a text box here. And I will bring this text box down. There was a little bit of a technical difficulty here with the text box, but I managed to get it down here at the bottom. This is how you should present your final answer. The average temperature for Barrow, Alaska is -6 degrees Fahrenheit from October to April. Thank you.